Hi, it's Tim, Play Is Work, and I'm going to be installing a new hard drive in my computer today. This 2.5-inch 1 terabyte hard drive is going to find its way into that machine. Okay, I'm going to install Windows on it. It's going to be a good time. But first I got to get it in there. And I'm going to show you the materials I bought for this. Okay, here they are. I've got this bracket, screws that came with the bracket. I got these cables. This is a power adapter cable. This is a SATA information cable. This is the hard drive itself. Here is the precision screwdriver that I'll be using to do the work. Now I bought all this stuff to install the hard drive, but it turns out I don't need a lot of it, and you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. I will not need this bracket, okay? I will not need this power adapter, okay? But you might need it if you're giving this a try. I'm going to set those aside. I will need a couple of these screws, though, that came with my bracket, and I will need this SATA cable. Alright, so let's check it out. I'm going to open up my computer. I'm going to set my camera down here. Okay. Now, open up the box. Okay, this has a very convenient locking mechanism where I don't have to unscrew things to get this open. Alright. Now, you see all the mechanism here. The part I was going to attempt to install my hard drive into is this hard drive bay here. Alright, and you can see there's some space in there. I don't know if I can get this in there, but you can see some space in here where you could put another electronic appliance. I was going to put my hard drive in there, but then I discovered under here, okay, under here there are some brackets, and it's the perfect size. Is the perfect size for this hard drive. Alright, if I put this here, you can see that there's a screw hole here, there's a screw hole there. These screw holes are going to go into these two hanging brackets, and this is just going to hang. So whereas before I was going to attempt to put this bracket in here, none of that is necessary. So I don't need this thing, which is kind of cool. It really just makes the process like 10 times easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now let's get some light here. Now the situation is this hard drive is going to go underneath. All right, if I can get a good view of what it looks like under here, I'll show you. Okay, what you get is there's already a hard drive under here. Okay, there's already a hard drive under here, and the only problem I ran into during my little test run of this is that these wires coming off of this hard drive kind of get in the way. So what you want to do before you get started is sort of push those. Instead of the wires coming out in front of that hard drive, you can push those wires aside so that they're coming out the sides of the drive, right? And then you'll have space to put your hard drive in there. Alright, so if I could just get my other hand in here and just push this cable to the side, push that cable to the side. Now I'm going to have space to put my hard drive in these brackets. Now that my wires are all out of the way here, observe that I need only one pair of screws to install this hard drive. The screws are going to go here in these front brackets. The rear brackets have a little pin that's going to hold the other side in place. So all I need is 2 screws for these close-up brackets. So I'm going to put that little hard drive in place right now. Let me set up my camera here. Okay. Okay, so I'm putting this in place, and I'm also getting my screws ready. So the positioning of it is pretty easy. Get the pins in the back first. Okay, pins in the back first, and then push up to get the hard drive positioned, the other two screws. Okay, now this thing is in there pretty securely. Even as it is, it's pretty secure, but I just do it the right way and get these screws in there. Okay. Alright, well that looks pretty good. It's pretty secure under here. I'm really glad I didn't have to use this other bay. And then I can take the screws that I dropped and clean them out of here. Okay. Alright, and then there's only one more thing to do, and that is connect the cables. Alright. So I mentioned before that you may need one of these adapters, and that's if you can't find an extra SATA power connector, you can connect one of these adapters to here, and this will give you the power that you need for your hard drive. But I don't think I need that one. I think if I rummage around in here a little bit, I'm going to find a connector that I can plug right into my hard drive. So let me give that a try. I gotta get my light here. Okay. Turn it around. And in we go. Make sure it's flush. Okay. There it is. It is flush. Aha, doesn't look like it because my case has an angled cage here. Okay, now the next part, this is the tough part, which I'm going to probably end up doing off camera, is the SATA cable. And the problem with the SATA cable is I can plug it in this end pretty easily. Okay, so it goes in here. Alright, now that is plugged into my hard drive. Alright, but this part of it has got to go. Alright, it's got to go like under here. Under where my video card is. And you can tell by looking at these other hard drives I have plugged in. This is where they all go. And I've got 3-hole open ports there. So it's not going to be a problem. You can see it. There we go. You can see it now. Alright, so that's not going to be a problem, but it's just I got to get like a pencil or something and wedge this cable in there. So I'll be a moment on that. And then when I get back, this thing will be just about ready to fire up. Alright, so I was able to use a little piece of wood here. If I can show you under here. Alright, I've got barely see it right there. That's where I was able to get the other end of the SATA cable onto the motherboard, and I used this little stick here, and I just kind of used it to push that cable end in there. That way I was able to get to the port without disassembling the whole video card, which would have been a pain in the butt. But now you can see I have here, this is my hard drive under here. I've got a power cable. I've got a SATA cable. That should be ready to go. If I put my case back together and turn it on, my computer ought to recognize that new hard drive. Alright, so here goes the case right here. Right. Let's see what we got. Aha. So, you take a look at my computer here. What I got is SATA 3G1, that's my main hard drive. We've got SATA 3G2, that's the DVD player, and then we had 2 additional hard drives that I added. SATA 3G number 3 is a hard drive I added a little while ago, and then SATA 3G4 is the hard drive that I just added. So as you can see, it worked very well. Now I can go into my software and configure my software to accept this new hard drive.